Welcome to the Agile Wire, where professional Scrum trainers Jeff Boobles and Jeff Molesky discuss Agile topics. Now, here are your hosts, Jeff Boobles and Jeff Molesky.
We're really into super habits. Okay, now what's a super habit? Well, Charles Duhigg in his book talks about keystone habits, one habit that can have side effect of improving other habits. It can be almost anything. For some person, it could be getting up in the morning and saying, "This is a terrific day." That's BJ Fogg's Maui habit. It's kind of a super habit. Ted, can you think of others there?
Yeah, so like things like gratefulness, love, meditation, these are all kind of super habits. One that we're really focused on in Self-Empower and some of the other books is the learning habit, like taking everything, so interpreting it as a learning experience. And this goes into growth mindset and fixed mindset. So taking every challenge as, okay, I can learn something from this rather than I got to like shut this down or I can't talk about this. Those are kind of the super habits we're talking about.
And the big one that I've spent my life studying is meditation.
Yeah.
And particularly transcendental meditation, which was, when I was in the 70s, that 60s and 70s, that kind of emerged at that time. And I got my PhD thesis on it. And we've got, in our university we're at, $25 million worth of NIH money to study its effect on blood pressure and all kinds of other things. And I just published this paper on neuroadaptability. And the most powerful result of people meditating twice a day is resilience, or what we call neuroadaptability. In other words, they react to the stress and they don't think about, I don't try to be emotionally mindful at that time. I just am. Mm-hmm. I'm more in the present. I react to the stress. And after the stress is over, my blood pressure just comes right down again to normal level. Cortisol levels come right down. So there are techniques you can use. And, the one that I've studied the most is this particular meditation technique. You can use these techniques to literally change the rewiring on a neural level and on a molecular level, because you see genes changing with meditation too. You see a whole new set of genes, so that you can actually get a person to naturally react better, to naturally have more resistance. They use this with Army veterans. It's 2 big papers came out recently, PTSD. I mean, that's the extreme where, they just don't let go of the stress. And I don't know if that happens in a company. Maybe it does to some extent.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Maybe it does to some extent, And so PTSD is just sort of the extreme version of what everybody's going through. And they are able to recover much more quickly practicing this technique of meditation than otherwise. So it's very hard to intellectually or mood make these things. You got to rewire the brain. So you need a super habit. Mm-hmm. Super habit you do over and over again, and it rewires the brain.
Thank you for listening to the Agile Wire. We are consistently inspecting and adapting ourselves. We would appreciate feedback at feedback@theagilewire.com or on iTunes, Spotify, or Google Play Store. See you next time.